I just got out of the showers. That's why my hair's all wet and I'm not doing shit to it except for, you know, the part. So I am exhausted from this past week. I've done a lot of stuff living here in California. I've been putting a lot of work into this one really huge job opportunity that I don't want to tell anybody about just yet, but just know that it's huge. That's why I missed this past Thursday, because I basically wanted to take the time, or take a little bit more time on doing this video topic, because I didn't really just want to half-ass it. I wanted to really put a lot more effort into it, so I'm just making up. From my understanding of the theme this week, I think we're discussing what we kind of went through in order to accept ourselves and, you know, really just accept the fact that we're gay, or when we realized, or when we decided to love ourselves. I really don't want to go too much into my story, but the thing is it just is all centered around a lot of self-hate inspired by religion and, you know, what I thought was wanted of me and how I should live my life. And it was just scary. It was like living my entire life in fear. I grew up thinking that I was going to hell my entire life. I knew this is who I was at a really early age, so in going through this process and living in the South, conservative religious family values are all like really important down there. It became something that led me down this road of just not really liking myself very much. It's already hard enough going through adolescence and not knowing who you are fully, and then you just add like this element of just being very, very, very different from the general population of people. You don't stand out about it. It's just nobody's really, like, there's no representation there. You decide that, hey, I'm the one who has something wrong with me. I need to do something about it. I need to fix it, and I need to change. That's what I did. I essentially did everything I could to pretend to be that I was a straight person, and I tried to use religion to cure myself and make myself happy, and thinking that I needed this external force of love from a father, or from this eternal being, you know, who knew everything, who could make me feel anything I wanted. And it was almost like I treated it like a drug. Out of a place of being really hurt and tired, you add the death of a father on top of like all of that adolescent period of just not, you know, really feeling like anything's okay with you, and now you lose that like validation. But the death of a parent, like having known this person and them be completely gone, they just added on to everything. So I thought I was willing to do anything to make myself happy, and I thought that, you know, if I could make God happy, I wouldn't be so scared of feeling so rejected, and I had this community, then yes, I got what I thought I needed. And I spent that time period of my life trying to cure myself, praying the gay away, and it's what I tried to push out. I hated myself for a long time, and I felt like this could possibly not be okay with God. This could possibly not be okay with the natural order of things. And so I spent this time period really just praying and thinking that the closer I got to God, the more that He would love me. I eventually got kicked out of the place that helped me get through the death of my dad. What happened was I just had this really huge realization of the way people really are, and what they're capable of doing, and what is really going on behind everything. And YouTube is a huge, like, it's a huge example of that too. We present ourselves in a certain way to people, and we want them to see us this way because we think that we'll get special treatment for it, or it avoids negative treatment, and it's like survival. And that's exactly just kind of how the world is. And for me, I saw my church in the way that they presented themselves to me, which was, you know, the truth, the way, you know, a family. And sometimes in life you see things that aren't exactly the way that things are. Out of all of that, I realized that pretending isn't what I want to do anymore, and I don't want to be a liar, and I don't want to have to lie to my mom about who I am. Out of all of that, that's what led me to start videos, because when I was able to finally like love and accept myself, I thought, you know, imagine all the other people who just don't have access to this worldview of things. So they don't have this positive idea of who they are and that they don't have to hide. That's essentially what inspired this video. It's kind of what I wanted to get out. I learned through the process of seeing that there's so much more to the way that we see things and how people perceive us and how we want them to. I think you do truly find self-love and not caring about that. All I can tell you is that I'm happy. It's all about self-love and finding out who you are. So, alright guys.